If you are willing to immigrate to Canada and you want to know whether it is possible to get your Canada PR directly from outside, then what are the possibilities for that? How you can check whether it is possible for you or not? And if it is not possible, then what are the alternates for you to move to Canada? Especially when you are married, you have family. So this conversation that I have done with two families where we have discussed whether it is possible for them to get Canada PR from outside Canada or not, and what are the alternates. So was this entire conversation, this counseling session with two families, it is going to clear so many doubts to you related to Canada PR, related to Canada study visa, and many other things, including calculating your score and checking your possibility to get Canada PR from outside Canada through French and other mediums. So if you want to understand your Canada immigration possibilities, watch this video till then. I'm starting with express entry. So there are two major ways to get your PR in Canada from outside Canada. Inside as well, these are the ways. From outside as well, these are the ways. But there are many different things in that. So we are going to discuss about both the things. So express entry, usually whenever you go to any consultant, so you might hear about express entry first. Then express entry CRS calculator. Okay, so this is your express entry CRS calculator. It means we are calculating your score for the PR. In most cases, you are not going to get enough score for your PR from outside Canada. It is not going to be possible. There is only one way you can get it, that is through French. But anyway, for that as well, we will require to calculate your score. So you can also do it for yourself as well. And anyone else can also do it for you. It is all about your profile, whatever profile you are having. Okay. And for example, we can take one of you. So we consider that you are married, then your spouse or common law partner, if that person is a citizen or resident of Canada, no. Will your spouse or common law partner come with you in Canada? So yes, definitely we want to apply for the PR together for the entire family, husband, wife, kids. How old are you? For example, you are today, what is your age?
35. You can consider 35 for each one of us.
Okay, so suppose you are 35 today, but in the entire process of doing all the things, suppose it takes one more year, so we consider it 36. Each year you will lose 5 points.
5 points, yeah.
Level of your education, what is the highest level of education? Masters?
Bachelor's. Only I have masters. Rest of
Rest all are B.Tech.
we all are bachelors. So you can consider for bachelors for now.
For now, bachelors. Okay. Have you earned any Canadian degree? So till now you didn't apply for study visa. You are not in Canada. You didn't study in Canada. So in Canada, study is no. Official language score, yes. So there is one benchmark score in IELTS or CELPIP that you can consider. That is CLB 9. So CELPIP is easier. You can consider that, or you can take IELTS as well, whatever is comfortable to you. CLB 9 means one level below the top level. That is CLB 9. So this is CLB 9, which is a standard score. Even after getting this standard CLB 9, still you will not be able to get enough score. But this is somewhat standard score. If you have something below that, then the score will drop significantly if you are not going to achieve this. Do you have any other language score? For now, I am considering not applicable, considering no. Work experience in last 10 years. Skilled work experience in Canada. So you are not in Canada, don't have the work experience in Canada. So it is 0. In the past 10 years, how many years of skilled experience you have? Okay, so it's anywhere. So 3 years or more. If you have more than 3 years, still you will get the points for 3 years only. Do you have the certificate of qualification from a Canadian province? So it's no. Additional point. LMIA, now the points are going to be removed anytime after 7-8 months. So in the last quarter of this year, this will be removed. Right now, you can claim the points. But as you don't have LMIA, so right now for you, the points are 0. Do you have the nomination from any PNP? So if you get the PNP, that becomes your PR. Your PR is definite. We will discuss about PNP after the express entry. For now, I am considering it. No. Do you have your spouse or common law partner if with you in to Canada? Have at least one brother or sister. So if you have any siblings in Canada, then you can claim the points, 15 points, but it's no for you. Then what is your highest level of education? As per ECA, ECA is one thing you require to do. ECA is Educational Credential Assessment. that you require to do before any PR application in Canada. So ECA will be required. Most popular ECA agency is WES. So you
Yes.
need to do equivalency test of your degrees as well. So husband's education, I am considering bachelor's.
So do they accept, like, previously there was a procedure like you have to courier hard copies and all to West, or is it all digital now?
Not all digital.
Mhm.
WES has tie-up with many universities now.
Mhm.
Those universities can send everything online. So
Okay.
it is really quick. If some university doesn't have any tie-up with the WES, then it is
Yep.
going to take some time, mostly 35 days. Then
Mhm.
you need to send the hard copy in the envelope, sealed pack, those things are there.
Okay. Okay.
In the
Got
last 10 years, how many years of skilled work experience in Canada do you have? So, spouse, I'm considering it none in Canada. Did your spouse or common law partner take a English test? So, I'm considering yes, English. So, it will not make a lot of difference, even though the CLB 9 is not there for the spouse.
it.
Still, score is going to change, but it is not a significant change. So even if it is CLB 9, great. If it is not there, then also it is fine. It's not a big problem. There won't be a significant drop in the score if you don't score CLB 9. It is for the spouse, not for the primary applicant. Primary applicant is still recommended to score CLB 9 in
Mhm.
IELTS. Your score will become 396 in current scenario,
Mhm.
and it is not enough to get PR from outside. So how you can make it possible in this particular scenario to get PR from outside without spending any money, of course. So you can add this French test. Then you will become a francophone and you can take TEF test. The level of score required is B2.
Mhm.
So there are levels A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2.
Mhm.
So very basic level, intermediate level, expert level. So intermediate level is required to be achieved. So we are choosing B2 level of French in TEF test. You can directly start preparing for the test rather than learning the complete language in deep. So here your score becomes, you get 62 points, your score becomes 458. That's how you can improve your score. Let me share
Okay, last roll of 50 points, how we received?
French. You have to
We
give
learned French.
French. If you know English and French both, so you know two languages, you
Mhm.
know English like CLB level, say CLB 9, that is one of the
Yep.
highest levels, and French as well.
Then you can.
That's how you can make it possible.
If we are going for only English, then is there any possibility?
Not at all.
Even though you are having PNP as well.
PNP is different. I am going to discuss on PNP very soon. Just give me a second. So this is the express entry. These are the draws. Canadian experience class. The CRS cutoff is 542. 7. This is the PNP draw. If someone gets PNP invitation, then there are separate PNP express entry draws as well. PNP is the PR of one province. Just
Yes.
like you get the PR of Delhi, you get the PR of Haryana, you get the PR of Punjab, you get the PR of Tamil Nadu. That is PNP, provincial nomination of a particular province. And that gives you the PR of one province and 600 points. Once you put those 600 points in express entry, then of course you get the PR of the entire Canada as well. So once you get PNP, your PR is definite. No one can stop it. It's not a problem. I'm going to show some details about PNP as well very soon. But these are the draws. So PNP draws is there. Then this is French draw. Cutoff is 466. And before it was in December, on December 3rd. Before that, French draw was in November. Cutoff was 478. Before that, it was 444. Before that, it was 446. So draws are coming in French, and your score will become 458. And as Ishu has done, I guess, masters, her score will become even more than 458. And yeah, so there is possibility of getting PR from outside without spending any money through French. That is one way. Otherwise, as a normal category, we can try to find out general draw. There are not many general draws these days because most of the people who are inside Canada are getting invitation. So most of the draws are Canadian experience class draws. Even people who are inside Canada, the cutoff level is 39. For you, the score is 396 or maybe 420 if you have done masters. So from outside, it is not going to be possible. Yeah. So this is one method of getting PR from outside without spending any money. PNP also cannot happen except healthcare. If you are having profile in healthcare, then there is slight possibility of getting PNP from outside without having a job offer. But if that is not there, then the chances of getting PNP from outside are also negligible because there are enough people inside Canada who are able to get or fill all the seats of PNP or express entry to get PR. So there is a quota allotted for each province for PNP, and there are enough people inside to get PR. And that's why any provinces, they are not preferring to give invitation to anyone who is outside Canada. So earlier people were getting invitations that those were also quite limited. But now in current scenario, there are very slight chance, maybe 0.1% chance with a special profile that you can get invitation. But in most cases, it is not going to happen.
What is the process for PNP, applying PNP?
Process starts with creating expression of interest. Expression of interest is creating our profile in the system. For example, if we check how many people are in the pool.
Is this, they check something to give the PNP points, or is there some requirement or eligibility they check?
Okay, so they check multiple things in PNP. One, if they want to call someone from outside, then it must be in a preferred class. It cannot be like any random person, like a sales executive will not get any PNP invitation from any province. Healthcare people can get, skilled trade people can get invitation from outside. So if you are in priority class or someone is caregiver can get invitation. So if you are a priority class where there is a labor shortage inside Canada, they can give invitation to people who are outside in those particular professions. Otherwise, it is quite difficult to get invitation from outside.
But as you said, like right now, the demand is for only healthcare professionals, right? But like we all of us are in IT. So if we apply, like what are the chances? As you said, it's
Chances are quite less again because there are two type of draws in IT related draws as well. Ontario gives IT draws, but most of the people again inside Canada in Ontario who get invitation for that STEM draws as well. There are tech draws in Ontario.
Because I think we only have hope with PNP.
PNP is also not really hopeful because I don't know whether you have consulted someone or not. Usually consultants try to eyewash clients using PNP that okay, express entry is quite clear. Anyone can calculate the score. PNP is kind of a gray kind of area where things are not very clear and there are so many PNPs. That's why people are unable to understand everything related to PNP. And most of the time people get, okay, express entry to possible nahi hai, but okay, isme you will get PNP invitation. But people don't get PNP invitation as well from outside.
But सारी province में PNP open भी नहीं है ना, मतलब ये भी है ना कि not all the province are doing this program. Like Sudesh yesterday he was telling me that like not all of them are giving this also.
Okay, so each province has the quota of PNP as per the population in that particular province. So Ontario has approximately 45% of the entire quota. 25% belongs to British Columbia, and the rest of the 30% is with all the other provinces. And then again, third biggest province is Alberta, and then next is Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and then 4 Atlantic provinces are there. In Atlantic as well, Nova Scotia is the biggest. So as per the population, quota is decided. So they consume their quota, and then in the last quarter, they decide what they are going to invite in the next year. Okay. So then they stop the draws or they hold the draws after consuming their quota, and then they start giving the draws again from January onwards.
When they are opening the draw?
In January. Mostly they open in January. So Jan to July, August.
2025 is done, right?
No, it will go throughout the year, right?
It will go throughout the years.
Yeah.
Means there will be multiple draws.
नहीं होता ना, तब तक वो draws होते रहते हैं.
Is there any jugaad for cracking this IELTS or French exam?
Jugaad may not work even if it works, and it may not work for both the tests, even if you crack it once, if you get caught, you'll be banned for 5 years to apply for any visa for Canada, and you will be banned for other countries as well. 5 countries: Canada, USA, UK, Australia, New Zealand. So 5 major countries will ban you if you get a ban from one country out of any of these countries. People get caught during this process, you should not do it. That's not recommended at all. Okay, so this is how you get the draws.
Draw.
December 10th, there was a draw in British Columbia. December 3rd, there was a draw. And yeah, there are continuous draws. December, November, September, August. That's how you can keep on getting draws. So each province decide how they are going to give draws. And once their quota is full for the entire year, then they stop giving draws, and then they adjust their targets, then they adjust their streams, they do all the modifications as per the requirement of the province. They start giving draws again in January. So that's how things keep on happening in all the provinces. They have different systems. PNP system completely depends upon the province, how they want to run it.
Okay, regarding the PNP, we are just submitting our form. That's it. So how they will get to know, okay, I have submitted,
UI is
yeah, I have submitted my form or not.
Okay, so you create your profile, you create your account
Okay.
in all the
For
provinces.
creation, is it IELTS and French numbers are required?
No, that is for express entry. For
No,
PN.
that is for PNP as well. So whenever you are submitting your profile, there are scores for everything. Okay. While creating the profile, you can submit any kind of dummy data. Even if you don't have VAS, you can submit a random number there as well. Even if you don't have IELTS, you can submit, you can say that I have 8,777 in IELTS. You can say anything in there. You can, even if you don't have masters, you can say I have masters or I have PhD. Once you get the invitation, after getting the invitation, that is called invitation to apply. So once you get that invitation, then you need to submit your all the documents. So that time you will not have anything. So even after getting invitation, you are not going to get anything. So can you submit your file? Yes, you can do. But as soon as they find out that you have submitted dummy data, you don't have those records with you, which is equivalent to what you have submitted in terms of text. Basically, you are typing and you are submitting as a form in the form. So whatever you have submitted, to back those claims, if you don't have documentary proofs, then your application is, of course, not going to proceed further. So it is just a form which you are filling, that's it. There is no cost involved in that. You can just create your profile for free. It is called expression of interest. There are lakhs of people who are in pool right now for PNP and for express entry.
So do we get rejection, something like that, or we don't get reply from them? How it is?
No, they suppose there are 100 people in queue.
Okay.
And they are going to pick 5. They will pick the top 5 as per their requirement, and rest will stay in the queue. That's it.
Okay. We will not get any notification.
No.
And there is full time limit. Okay.
Yeah, there is
No,
a
after
time limit of
some
1 year. After
Right.
1 year, your profile will expire. Then you can recreate. So it's like you can stay in the pool forever in your lifetime. So
So this IELTS score is subjected to expire, right? Kid after this 1 or 2
2
years,
years.
be well 2 years.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is valid for 2 years, and you can upgrade it as well. Suppose right now your score is 6 in all modules. Tomorrow you get 8,777. So right now you can submit 6 in all module in express entry or PNP. Later on you can submit 8,777 as well. It's fine. So you can upgrade your profile as well anytime if the profile is valid.
Okay.
But वहाँ पे
So-
भी French we need to crack it.
No, for PNP also, like वो तो वही है ना कि तुम जितना ज़्यादा points ला सकते हो उतना ज़्यादा लेके आओ.
Okay, for PNP you don't require. So there are different kind of situations. Suppose someone is in Canada right now and they feel that they may get PNP invitation, they may not get it. Some people are in Ontario, they don't want to leave Ontario. They are doing a really good job, but they are thinking, I may not get PNP invitation in Ontario. My profile is a normal finance job profile or sales profile. I am not going to get international student stream as well. So I am not getting any easy PNP option in Ontario. So what I can do in current scenario, I am going to take French, and I will keep my options for PNP open. For example, I am looking for international student stream as well. So I am in hunt of it. But along with that, I am taking French as well. I'm doing French as well. Combination of both. Anyway, I should get my PR done.
Brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
It is like the combination for them. So
Mm.
can they depend upon only one option? Yes, they can do. But how long they can keep dependent on that? Suppose they are in Ontario, their employer is not supporting them for international student stream. They should ideally move to a different location after 6 to 8 months,
Okay.
because now their 2.5 year of PG work permit is pending after their study. During this period, they need to move to a different province, and they need to get 1 year of experience and apply for PNP in that province. It can be Manitoba, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland, any province where PNP is easier.
Okay.
So they don't want to move. They don't
Mm.
want to sacrifice on their location. So they have location constraint and they have job constraint. So if someone is having this type of constraints, in that case, this person required to look for a backup as well. That backup is French. So is French mandatory even after reaching Canada? No, it is not mandatory. If you are getting a PNP, some easy PNP route inside Canada, yes, good to go. It's not a problem. You don't require French. But if you are taking both the routes together, you are doing study visa, reaching Canada, and you will get PG work permit, you will get experience. So that route is there, definitely. So that will get you PR. But additionally, you have started doing French preparation as well. You are preparing for TEF test. So it will become an additional route for you that you will definitely get PR with that. So from inside Canada, it is not mandatory. But for some people, they are in a condition where they are not left with any other choice but to do French. If your 8 or 9 months of PG work permit is pending and you are not getting any invitation, any option of PNP, there are many people who applied for just 1 year of study and after that applied for PG work permit without even understanding the option of PNP. They didn't consider it through that how they are going to get their PR, and now they are left with no option. For them, French is the only option now. Otherwise, they will require to leave Canada. So it depends upon the situation, whether you have enough time in PG work permit to move to a different location, get 1 year of experience, apply for PNP, and you have enough time, safety net of PG work permit of 3 years you are having. If that is not there, then in that case you need to do French. Otherwise, you will not get PR.
Okay, last one question. If we are not having the French marks and we have completed IELTS like 8777, okay, maybe we can consider as you mentioned, as you filled, okay, and we are applying for me and my wife, okay, obviously near about, I think without French it will be coming near about 410, okay, 410 points. If we are submitting and we can wait for PNP, what is the chances for PNP?
0.01%.
Because points is not enough nowadays.
No, but they
That's
are
what
giving
they-
700 points, right? Or 1000. How much points?
No, wait. So first, once you get the PNP, you will get PR of entire Canada. That is for sure. But getting the PNP is the task.
The question is, let's suppose if we get the nomination from any state, right? Okay.
If you get the nomination, then you will definitely, your PR is done. Then everything is done.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
question mark here is the first step of getting the nomination. That
Yeah.
doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So once you get it, फिर तो sorted ही है, फिर तो कुछ बचा नहीं है उसके अंदर. Then it is just mere formality of submission of application in express entry, and your PR is 100% sure definite. So वो तो होना ही है. So
तो
there
ये
is-
पीएनपी के लिए जैसे आप बोल रहे हो ना कि अभी फॉर एग्जांपल अभी मुझे ओंटारियो के लिए सबमिट करना है, मेरा एक्सप्रेशन ऑफ इंटरेस्ट है मेरे पास, वैसे मेरा सब हो चुका है एंड आई हैव गिवन माय आईएलटीएस, आई एम सबमिटिंग माय ईओआई. ओके. सो अभी ऑल ऑफ अस फॉर एग्जांपल like we all are software people, so we submit our profile. So chances of getting a nomination, as you said, it's 0.111%. So to increase or boost those chances, is there anything so that we can do to increase our point? Because see, that's likewise it goes in Australia also, right? Well, they have 190, 189, 194 straight, 189 for entire Australia. So we have been through this process. We were almost there. Corona came and we couldn't crack it. So this state versus entire PR thing, I understand. From that perspective, I'm asking because some states, even you get state points also, right? That you are submitting and that profile is in demand in that particular state. How do we check that? Like, okay, fine, I'm applying. What are the number of applicants which are required in that particular field? For example, they have
So
strict.
there is no clarity on this particular part that
Okay.
some provinces have given
Mm-hmm.
broad list of priority streams that
Mm-hmm.
we are looking for this type of people, or
Mm-hmm.
we are inviting for this type of people.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
for example, Saskatchewan is there. They have given a broad list and almost everything is there.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
not really clear that to whom they are going to give invitation. And even in the draws, it is
Mm-hmm.
not clear that these type of no codes were invited in this particular
Draw.
invitation.
Okay.
But on the other hand, British Columbia has this kind of system. They
Mm-hmm.
clearly state that we are giving invitation to so and so people. For
Okay.
example, here we are. So
Hmm.
general draw, this is the general draw.
Mm-hmm.
148 is the score. Skilled
Mm-hmm.
worker, this option, this is the number. Entry level, semi-skilled, this is the cutoff. So
Mm-hmm.
they are clearly stating here that we are calling in childcare, construction, healthcare, veterinary, and they are clearing it. But all the provinces don't clear. Saskatchewan, they don't clear.
Mm-hmm.
Has different system.
But we can see the intact, the number of invitation is less than 5.
Less than 5 means almost nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
1, 2, 3 people have got the invitation. And in a big province where 25% PNP seats are there, these many invitations are coming. And that too for the people inside. And can you consider that no one can get this score from outside. Even from inside, getting this score is almost impossible. And these cutoffs in healthcare, last year, I was in British Columbia only. Last year, this cutoff was 68, 70, 75. This was the cutoff.
But what
Only,
happened
not far.
with like this has changed like anything. Many of my friends, they moved in 2020. All of them got invites and through express entry only. But right now the situation is so grim. It's like, people who are going on study visa also, they're also struggling to convert their job, like, convert it to PR. So it's like, we
Yeah,
don't.
so if from inside things will get better. Reason for that is now less number of people are going on study visa. If you ask me whether it is the right time, yes, it is the right time because last year and this year, less people are going to Canada on study visa. Most of the people are going looking for other options, even though they are not going to get PR there as well. It's like मुझे ये वाला पसंद नहीं है, मैं दूसरे वाला गंदा ले लूंगा. It's like that. So, but this is the right time to go because less people are going. And it is like the similar situation of COVID. During COVID, most people were not going to Canada or outside as well, outside to any country as well.
Yeah.
Canada was also difficult and there was no clarity on many things. So people who tried and started their study in COVID in 2020 or 2021, they have got their PR or they are already in the process of getting their PR.
Is there any company or consultancy who can help to provide the points? Because there is a mention, right, if you are having offer.
Yeah, so usually to help you in getting an offer, mostly it costs you 35-40 lakh rupees, in between 30 to 40 lakh rupees, just to get that offer. So there is one stream. If you search Alberta Accelerated Tech Pathway, I made a video about that as well. Right now it is on hold because Alberta has changed the entire system. Earlier they had a system first come first serve system. Now they have a point based system, and we are not really clear whether even after getting the offer from a company, even after that, even after paying, will we be getting the PNP of Alberta or not? That's why, because of all this confusion, we stopped doing it. So yes, there was a system and the cost was 38-40 lakh rupees in India.
One more point. As you mentioned, there is no jugaad and all, nothing. So in nutshell, can we do one thing? We can just give the IELTS marks and we can submit the form with PNP. And then we will get
Express entry. Actually, Alberta also picks candidates from express entry, and Ontario also picks from express entry. So there are draws from express entry only. You don't require to create separate profiles, separate expression of interest for many provinces. And there are provinces where you need to create separate expression of interest as well. Alberta is there, Saskatchewan is there. So you need to create both. You need to create express entry and PNP profiles as well.
For expression of submitting the expression of interest, do we needed this IELTS marks and all?
Yes, you require it.
Yeah. Before that,
Whatever you are claiming.
there'll be point assessment. Okay. Once your point assessment is done, then you go for your this exam. After that, you have to go for EOI. तो वो वहां पे सबमिट करके रखना रहेगा. अब पॉइंट्स सफिशिएंट रहेंगे तो कभी पिक होगा. सेम लाइक ऑस्ट्रेलिया एक्चुअली.
How about the IELTS, sir? Okay, who can help or any direct reference?
We can help you in IELTS, preparation of IELTS, but you may not require much of help because basics are quite clear. You just require basic knowledge of the test pattern, not about, you don't require knowledge about English. You just require to know the pattern. You know English, so it will not be a big problem for you.
Yeah, thanks, Jitender. So basically, what do you suggest? So let's say like we are planning to go abroad and then looking at Canada, our points will never be enough.
Yeah.
Then we should not even think about going to Canada. Same goes for Australia also. Any idea about Australia? What's happening
No,
there?
I don't take care of Australia PR, but again, there as well, जितना मैंने अभी तक समझा है, so you will not be eligible in Australia as well.
तो फिर हम कहाँ जाएंगे भाई?
जाना तो first thing you should. I also had an option to go to Australia, but I dropped the plan because of the difficult PR system there. And many of my friends, colleagues, they are there and they are waiting for their PR for 8 to 10 years. That is the average time, to the best of my understanding. From outside, it is not going to be possible to reach inside Australia or Canada. Study visa is the path. So usually people take that path, reach to the country and make a pathway for PR.
Okay.
Comparing both these countries, the timeline is approximately half in Canada, which is 4 to 5 years in Canada, and in Australia it is 8 to 10 years. So it is almost half in Canada. So that's why I preferred Canada for myself when I was going to Canada.
Okay.
And even till today as well, the same kind of difference is there for getting PR. So pathway means you should not drop the plan. The plan should be to go through study. If you are not ready to go through study, just create your profile and leave it. If you are getting any invitation, if your profile is good, if you are getting any invitation, you will get the notification for that and then you can proceed further. So there are two ways of going. I went for PhD. I went for free. I didn't pay anything for the entire process. I was getting stipend as well. So either you are the cream of the country, you are the best, or you can spend money and go, which is spend money on study visa, spend money on LMIA, you can spend money and go. So these two options are there. Either you are the cream or spend money and go. That's it.
Okay. How about the master? What is your feasibility? How much is there anyone who is sponsoring for this one as well, master? As you mentioned, you are the lucky one.
PhD has done PhD.
PhD, you require to find a professor for PhD. You require a research profile for that. If that is not there, no one will invite.
We have done the bachelor's. Okay.
It will not happen for you.
So how much charges is they are taking for the masters?
Master depends on the course you are taking.
Near about.
If you are going to go for a course-based masters, the average fee which you require to pay is 30 to 35,000 Canadian dollars for the entire program.
18 to 28.
But you require to pay first year of fee at the time of application. You require to pay first year of fee.
So yeah, PhD you mentioned, right? I'm the only candidate who is eligible because I've done masters. So I was actually thinking
okay, so if you have time, patience, like a researcher, so that is required. So you need to have some kind of publications and research profile. If you just don't want to spend anything, so what you can do, you can start creating your profile as a researcher. You may have a few publications and you can create a research profile like this. This is on Google Scholar. There are many other websites where it is just a showcase of the profile. You can create a research profile where you are having publications, patents, all those kind of things. then you can approach professors that I am working in the similar field where in which you are doing all of your projects. You can check the profiles of others as well. The way I am checking my profile, you can check the profiles of other professors as well. So you can search. So you can check that, okay, so and so professor is there. For example, I got my PhD under Rajkumar Bhuya. So you check this professor, okay, Rajkumar Bhuya is there. He is working in cloud computing, edge computing, IoT, and you can send him a proposal. Okay, I am also working in the similar field where you are in which you are working, and I want to do PhD under you. These are my research publications. So you can write to professors like this. And I have studied so and so publications from you, and I found them really well, and I followed your publications for a long time, all those kind of things. And these are my publications based on your research, which are based on your research, and I carried forward so and so research under me. And I am having so and so reference of this particular professor from IIT Hyderabad or IIT Delhi or IIT or means NIT, any big institute or BITS. So you can give references of any professors as well. This way you create your profile, submit it to the professors, many professors. And if anyone likes your profile and they find that your research is aligned with their project and research, then they can ask you to proceed further with them.
So see, I'm into HR analytics. Okay, I've done my MBA. And I want to move towards data analytics and all. So if I go for a 1 year program, for example, it can be masters only. If I go through that route, as you said, right, that study is the only path as of now, because PNP and Express and
It's a straightforward path without any delay.
Madhu, one of my friend, she did a course, project management course, which is no longer in demand because you cannot even get the invite, because she was telling me that time she was lucky she was working in Deloitte in India, same kind of job in Deloitte Canada as well. So I don't have the clarity also, like whether I go for this STEM courses, will it be good? Is there, because the market, everyone
What
is
is
saying.
your education? What is your education in bachelor's?
I've
Bachelor?
done biotech. I've done biotech. After that, I've done MBA.
Okay, so is it a 3-year degree, 4-year degree, 5-year degree?
Three-year degree. After that, 2 years MBA.
Okay, so with 3 years of education,
Hmm.
you can go for a management master's only.
Okay.
And that too, I guess 8 to 10 options are there with which you can proceed.
Okay.
So there are no other options. There are limited options are there for you. Also, you need to go for a master's degree only. You can't go for a diploma.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you will not be eligible to apply for spouse upon work permit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this priority list is gone for you. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Yeah.
work. It doesn't matter for you.
Yeah.
What you need to do, you need to take a master's degree, and there are a few master degree options which you can consider to proceed with. A few universities are there which take admission masters after 3 years bachelor's. So these options are there. Vancouver Island University is one. It has few options. IBU Toronto, Trinity Western University has many options. Master of Leadership, MBA. Then Crandall University is there. Providence University is there. City University is there. It's in Alberta. Crandall University is there. Providence is there. University of Niagara Falls.
Yeah. So this wife is in same college, na? University of Niagara Falls.
Yeah, so these are the options where you can get admissions in masters, which will be eligible for a spouse upon work permit, and yes, you can get visa as well.
Okay. We can explore them, because PNP and all that, it seems like a distant dream right now. So I guess if you want to come to Canada, we like one of us has to enroll only. Then only we can come
Yeah,
through.
other one will get spouse upon work permit.
Yeah.
Definitely, you get the cover up for the entire fee which you are paying, because spouse will be working full time. So if you are paying some money, for example, for the entire masters, which is of 16 months, your spouse will get spouse upon work permit during that period. So you are paying $35,000 and spouse will be able to earn far more than that. So you cover up everything quite quickly for whatever you are paying, and you will be able to earn your second year fee there only in Canada. So if you want to wait, it's like कि PR होगी तो जाएंगे, नहीं होगी तो नहीं जाएंगे. So if it is like that, then you can create your profile, try to upgrade it using French. Without French, just forget about it. होगा नहीं, छोड़ सकते हो. You can create your profile by taking IELTS and by doing your best. So you can do that. But my recommendation will be to first clear your French and then take your IELTS test, because French will take 8 months to 12 months to complete if you are doing it continuously. After the completion of French, then take your IELTS really quickly and then create your profile. Because if you are unable to crack French test, then there is no point doing IELTS and just keep staying in the pool. I have also done it with my own experience. I am sharing with you. So I have also paid to the consultant nationwide visas. So I have in 2019, I was not a consultant that time. I have paid to them, and I paid, I guess, 60,000 rupees just to create express entry profile and PNP profiles, and nothing happened after that. In fact, I created Arima portal profile as well in Quebec in 2019. Nothing happened there as well, because they never not giving invitations, and till now as well they are not giving any invitations. So I have paid the money. So मेरे हाथ तो खुद के चले हैं. That's why I stop people do not pay.
Correct, correct. First, until unless you are meeting the minimum requirement, what's the point in paying and doing all that? Yeah, correct, correct. वो बात, because आप जो बोल रहे हो वो हम सब कर चुके हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए. We were almost there. कोरोना आ गया और वो सब चला गया. तो बट अगेन दैट थिंग इज देयर ना, नहीं यार इंडिया से एक बार बाहर जाना है तो वी कीप एक्सप्लोरिंग. अभी आई वाज टॉकिंग टू सतीश एंड ही वाज लाइक, you are having a comfortable life and all, but I will again give you Jitender's number. You speak to him and see what all options are there. So I was like, yeah, let's see if something feasible works out. Then we have to see, because we have kids also. I have a kid, they have 2 kids, so we have to take a decisive, mature decision right here.
So okay, so when I went to Canada, I also had family that time. So similar to, I also have 2 daughters.
Yeah.
So a decision is worth to go out. No doubt. I am looking to go out again. I had to come back due to some issues happened with the previous company where I was having partnership with. So I had to start it again, and that's why I had to come back. Otherwise, I was all set to apply for my PR and everything. So right now I'm in India. I was in Victoria that time when I left Canada.
Okay.
So I'm now looking to get the PR from outside using French. So I'm also in a similar kind of boat. It's not like I'm different from you guys. I also started my journey like an aspirant only. So maybe corruption and everything. I was and traffic and मुझे भी roads पे गालियां दे के ही जाना पड़ता है. मतलब it's all frustration everywhere. So security issues. I have 2 daughters, तो मुझे वो concern था और अभी भी है. So I'm looking to move to Dubai as well, intermediate, until unless the Canada PR is done. So I'm in all kind of processes to leave. So I am also in similar kind of boats. और मेरी जर्नी भी सिर्फ खुद के लिए जानने से ही स्टार्ट हुई थी. I was also understanding things for myself, how it can be possible. In the same process only, I paid to someone else to get my PR. That time the cutoff was 460, which is now 550.
550, yes, correct.
So, उस time तो 460 cutoff हुआ करती थी 2019 when I started my process.
वो तब भी नहीं दिला पाए, और अब तो क्या ही होगा. Because if you speak to all these consultant y-axis online, नहीं हो जाएगा, you give this.
I also had similar kind of things. अरे टेंशन मत लो, PNP हो जाएगा. I know how anyone can fool others.
Yes.
सिर्फ जब PR करते हैं तो दूसरों को बेवकूफ बनाने के लिए क्या यूज करते हैं, because मेरा बना है. So I know what kind of things can be used, which was used against me for this. नहीं होता है बाहर से. I was ready to pay approximately 3 lakh rupees for the entire process, and I guess 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh was the advance. I was ready to pay that time. 60,000 eventually I paid to someone else. तो नहीं होता नहीं है, मुझे पता है. वो प्रोफाइल क्रिएट करने के ही पैसे हैं, बाद में कुछ नहीं होता है. एंड लेटर ऑन उनको भी पता है कि ये सिर्फ प्रोफाइल क्रिएट करने के लिए एडवांस जो मिलेगा यही हमारी इनकम है, एंड इसके बाद कुछ नहीं होना है. एवरीवन नोस दैट.
करेक्ट.
नथिंग हैपेंस.
So ये स्टडी वीजा के लिए अगर हम कुछ यूनिवर्सिटी सेलेक्ट कर, so you will guide us through that process.
These are the universities. मैं आपको ये सब भेज देता हूँ. ये सारी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं.
ठीक है, आप एक बार हमें ये डिटेल्स शेयर कर दीजिए, एंड देन वी विल सी क्या करना है.
Hi, how long you are in Australia? Sorry.
I was in Canada.
India is in India now.
Acha, right now you're in India. So you had experience in Canada?
Yes,
Okay.
I went Canada for my PhD. I left it in between when I came in this business, and I left Canada last year, April.
So right now you're in India only.
Right now in India.
So you're not taking any chance to move again?
Yeah, I just shared. I'm looking for that. I am looking for PR options with the French. अभी
With-
वहां जाके एक्सपीरियंस लेना is not because I am having this company, so ये अब ऐसे बीच में छोड़ के जाना just for PR is not possible for me. और कोई स्टडी लेना वहां पे again is not possible for me. So वो तो नहीं कर सकता हूँ अभी मैं.
You have already set up, right? So we were thinking to make setup.
Sure, just decide for it the way you want to proceed. You can wait. You can create profiles and wait as well. It's also fine. Means if you want to do study visa, you can do it after 1 year as well. I don't have any problem with that. I have done it for age 51 and 55 as well. Study visa I'm talking about. So even if you ask me to get study visa after 1 year, after 2 years, we are fine with that. It's not a problem. So age is not a problem. If you want and give a shot for your PR, you can do it. If you want to move immediately to save your time, then you can proceed right now for study visa without thinking much about other things. Spending on just for creating your profile, you need to spend approximately 40,000 rupees, maybe more, because WES itself will take 15,000 rupees and IELTS will take around 15,000 rupees. I'm not adding preparation or any service charges in that. And if you are creating profile for the family, for a couple, the cost is going to be approximately 80,000 rupees for a couple. So 1 lakh rupees you are going to spend just to create your profiles. If you want to do it and wait, you can do. Otherwise, you can do French first, then get ready to create profile. If French happens, go ahead. If French doesn't happen, do not do anything. Otherwise, you will spend 1 lakh rupees just to create your profile for IELTS test of both and WES for both. It will cost you 1 lakh rupees per person, per family.
As you know, the submission of the application. So is it like only our experience is required, or is there anything else as a verification, right?
As a verification, your education is verified by an agency
Yeah.
that is called ECA. We do it usually through WES.
Yes.
And your experience is verified through, they can verify whenever they want. We
Okay.
need to submit information, that's it.
Okay, fine. That is a too important thing, right?
See, Australia में they do skill assessment पे job का. वो ऐसे
No, it's not in Canada.
yeah here like
Skill assessment is not in Canada.
हाँ
Straightforward, right?
वो
हाँ.
Canada में नहीं है.
हाँ यहाँ पे एजुकेशन का होता है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आपके एक्सपीरियंस का होता है. इट्स लाइक दैट ना. ठीक है देन वी विल थिंक अबाउट इट एंड विल सी व्हाट इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन फॉर अस. पहले जैसे आपने बोला कि पीआर तो फ्रेंच से ही पॉसिबल है एंड लेट्स सी इफ वी कैन गेयर अप फॉर दैट एंड कर सकते हैं तो करेंगे.
If you become serious for French, if you need help, I can do it. It's not a problem. तो वो करना है तो you can start with that. If you just want to move, I have already shared with you. I will not leave you like I don't have any opinion. You can decide. No, my opinion is really clear, straightforward. Go for study visa as soon as possible if you really want to move. If you don't want to move and it's like कि ठीक है हो गया तो ठीक है. You are not really like कि जाना ही है. अगर वैसे वाला नहीं है, then you can keep waiting. I don't mind and I don't have any problem with that. अगर आप 2 साल बाद भी मुझे बोलोगे I want to move, तो again you can go on study visa.
Spouse can work full time, right, on study visa?
Yes, spouse can work full time and spouse can get PR as well. It's not like only student can get PR. If spouse gets the experience in Canada, that is also counted, and spouse can become the primary applicant for PR.
Yes.
Spouse can also get the PR as well for the entire family. So for me, it is you should go as soon as possible. Sooner the better is the answer. So for that, study visa is the path. And of course, along with that, you can keep doing French. It is an additional skill. It will help you in PR and it will help you in job as well, always. Because there are specific francophone jobs in Canada because French is the second language there.
Yeah, yeah.
So move from my side. My opinion is move as soon as possible, even if you are spending money, but you will be able to recover it quite soon. If
But
you
I
do
also
better,
heard about this GCI. Like previously, it was like 6,000. Now they are increasing to
GIC.
12,000.
GIC is $21,000 now. But as soon as you land in Canada, you will get the entire money back.
21,000 per person.
No, it's not like per person. Primary applicant require $21,000.
Mm-hmm.
Secondary applicant requires $5,000 approximately. So for a couple, husband, wife, $26,000 living expenses are required. For one kid, if you have one kid as well, $32,000. If you have two kids, then $40,000 are required. So first year of tuition fee, which is usually $18,000 to $20,000, and then remaining amount is living expense. First applicant, 21, husband, wife, 26, husband, wife, one kid, 32, husband, wife, two kids, 39,000 Canadian dollars. So
So
for
that
a
we have to
family of-
show, and when we can get it back?
immediately after landing in Canada, the entire money will be free.
They are looking as a blocked amount.
Blocked amount. $21,000 is definitely a blocked amount, which will go to Canada. But you can decide to send the entire $40,000 for the entire family to Canada as well in the form of GIC. If you are paying $40,000, entire $40,000 will be free after landing. If you are sending $21,000, which is minimum, $21,000 will be free after landing in Canada.
Yeah, so
for
there
a
is
family of four, you require $60,000 at once, out of which $40,000 you require for the duration of your visa. After reaching Canada, that amount will be free. So you require it for 4 or 5 months approximately.
for like this is for every like PNP express entry for everything, right? GIC amount is same, right?
No. At
It's
the time of your PR application for PNP or for express entry, if you are working in Canada, you don't require to keep funds in account. If you are working, your job proofs become the proof of your earnings.
okay. But if you are applying from outside,
Outside, then you require to show funds, which are little less than GIC.
okay.
How much expected?
For PR, just let me check. Funds needed to show for Canada PR.
Yeah.
So first applicant 15,000. If two for a family of four, it is $28,000 approximately.
So those are need to show as a blocked amount, as a liquid
Not
amount,
blocked.
right?
It can be in your account. That's it. In India.
Or is it like the $27,000? Is it like they are expecting as a form of
This
mutual
is just to
fund
show
or
that you have these funds available with you for your survival in Canada for next 1 year.
one thing, because we are not having this much amount in the liquid format, right? Can we show as a mutual
No.
fund or something?
No. You need to withdraw that amount and keep it in your saving account. What happens like mutual fund? There are ELSS funds as well. And visa officer is not sure whether you will be able to withdraw those funds or not. Tomorrow, if something happens to those funds and the entire money is vanished, you don't know. So visa officer wants to understand that you have the money ready right now in your account, which you can withdraw right now and use it in case of any emergency immediately after landing in Canada. It can be in the fixed deposit, and you can take a letter from the court from the bank that this is the fixed deposit created on so and so date by so and so person. This is the account number. This is the amount, and they can withdraw this amount anytime they want. You can get a letter like this.
This is for PR, right?
Hmm.
But if we go for study, then it is more. Then it is 40 CAD. You can
Yeah, for study visa, you require more funds.
If they are
And for spouse upon work permit.
yeah,
as well.
they are
नहीं,
working for
spending-
Uber.
स्पेंडिंग नहीं रहता है, ये तो तुम्हें दिखाना है. ये तुम्हारा पैसा है, इसको तुम विड्रॉ कर सकते हो कभी भी. वो मतलब उनको दिखाना पड़ता है दैट तुम वहां जाओगे तो खाओगे क्या क्योंकि तुम्हारे पास जॉब तो है नहीं.
Same thing applies here as well. If you are working inside Canada, when we apply for any type of extension inside, you don't require to show funds. It is not mandatory. When you are outside Canada, they are not sure about how you are going to survive inside. So that's why these financial requirements are there for living expenses.
Got it. Now let's see what we can do with this. We have got all the information. Now we just have to. Canada has become very difficult now. 2-3 years back, people were like, "Arey, Canada में क्या है left and right?"
It should be tight all the time, and it is good that right now it is tight. When question paper is tough, then topper students enjoy that kind of paper. So it's like that. So it should always be tough all the time. And it's good for there as well. People who are inside Canada, they are going to have better job opportunities, and they are going to have better PR options from here onwards, because things are from here onwards getting better. LMIs are closed. Spouse open work permit is difficult. Any Tom, Dick, Harry cannot get a spouse open work permit now. So things are getting difficult, and many people who are unnecessary for the system are getting removed. So it will be good for the people who are inside, and they will get more PR options and opportunities as well. So it
But
will
it's
be good.
mostly into healthcare and construction, yeah. Because if you see construction, people are earning
No,
more than.
no, no. STEM is also there. I showed it to you. STEM is also priority, and no country can remove STEM from their priority list.
Yeah, it should be there because it is
Yeah.
there.
So STEM is always there. It is the priority list.
But right now, the most promoted thing is like healthcare. I've done my biotech. I
Again,
healthcare.
you can go to healthcare, but again, I don't really. If everyone is falling for the same thing, then ultimately it will
Now
not.
that will be exhausted too.
Yeah, so it will not remain in priority list
A
after some
long
time.
time.
So STEM is also really good. You should not leave it.
Yeah, correct. Okay, Jiten, thank you so much for your time, and it was very informative session. And we will discuss among us, and we'll see क्या करना है, कैसे हो सकता है, कौन French सीख सकता है.
Sure, you can plan for it, and once you decide, we can proceed further. If you want to go immediately, then go for study visa. If you want to wait, हो जाएगा तो ठीक है. If you are casual about it, then you can wait for many things. You can decide for many things. It's not a problem.
Okay.
ठीक है. Thank you so much.